Now, here's your Storm Tracker weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire.
Good evening, everybody. We're going to start off tonight and show you something we haven't seen in a while, and that is blue sky. I had to go all the way down to Wyoming to find it, but we did. Take a look at this picture. This comes from Lynn Richardson, and you'll notice a little smoke here, and also you can see barely make it out. That's Hart Mountain, so a little smoky there. So there's a little bit of smoke still lingering in Wyoming, but once you look up a little bit farther up, you can see those blue skies up there. Kind of nice to see. Now, here's a picture from Chrissy Borcher, also in the same place outside Powell. You can see the smoke a little bit better here by Hart Mountain, but look at the big sunflowers there. That's about the only sun we could see for a while there. So we thought we'd share that with you as well. Thanks, Chrissy. Here's the way it looks in Billings right now. You can see downtown Billings from the rims. Yesterday and this morning, it was a little harder to do that. So the winds actually out of the east a little bit have helped. They're out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour, kind of pushing some of that smoke away. Not all of it, but some of it. And so we're at 79 degrees right now. Our reported high for the day was 90. The normal high 82, the record 97 back in 2012. Record low was 44 back in 1992. No precip to talk about today. So I think we're probably going to finish right around here. 1/1700ths of an inch for the month of August. Needed to be at 6900ths. Now you'll notice for the year we're at 1124, just shy of 10 inches is where we need to be. So in that department, we're still ahead of normal because of that very wet spring we had. In the meantime, look at this. Our current temps are generally into the 70s and 80s out in the far west. 83 over at Missoula, 66 though in Bozeman. Cross the high line into the 70s here. A few lingering 80s back here in eastern Montana, but look at the reported highs today. It was a scorcher. Look at these 90s. 96 over at the Glasgow, 97 at Jordan, 96 Miles City. Here in Billings, we topped out at 90 today. I think the smoke kind of acted as a sunscreen and kind of kept us a little bit cooler because of that. In the meantime, talking about smoke, look at this out in the west from Kalispell to Butte, back up to Helen and on over towards Missoula. Air quality alert for unhealthy to hazardous air in that region. Then starting tomorrow, we have another fire weather watch here. Could see some thunderstorms break out, create some very strong gusty winds, and that could create more wildfires tomorrow across the central and northern plains part of the state. That's going to happen later tonight out here in the western part of the state, and then tomorrow afternoon by 1 p.m. we have a red flag warning for western Montana for the same thing. Wet and dry thunderstorms, high winds around the systems blowing through could create more wildfires, adding more smoke to the equation. Just what we need, right? Well, tonight our Doppler radar shows you some more showers moving into western Montana. They're actually kind of scouring out the smoke. It's helping a little bit, but you'll notice not too many lightning strikes here, so that's good news. That will probably be different tomorrow when some bigger thunderstorms move in. Talking about bigger thunderstorms, let me show you what's happening down here. This is a Tropical Storm Harvey, still producing heavy rain onshore in the Gulf of Mexico, but instead of in Houston, now it's kind of shifted a little bit towards Louisiana, and now that tropical storm is starting to move back onshore tonight in southeastern Texas and also parts of Louisiana. For us, high pressure cell here taking monsoon moisture and throwing it back our way. That'll pre our next batch of rainfall. We did have a cold front up here that looked like it was going to make its way into our region, so watch what happens. Cold front drops down out of Canada. Looks like it just stalls before it gets to us. Warm front moves in tomorrow, maybe some spotty showers here because of that monsoon moisture. And then here comes your cold front from the west, but high pressure comes in from the south, pushes it back up into Canada, and we're looking at very warm conditions again. Tonight, temps cool back down to the 40s and 50s out west. Back here in the east, generally into the 60s. Tomorrow, we get right back up into the 80s and 90s. 100 degrees in Hardin tomorrow, 95 in Billings, 80s out in the far west. Next several days, it looks like this. It'll be 12 midnight tonight, 74 degrees, mostly sunny and warm. Back to 91 degrees tomorrow at 6 p.m. with maybe a slight 20% chance for rain showers. Then after that, the next 7 days, 95 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday, a 20% chance for rain. 90s over the weekend, and then finally on Labor Day and into next week, we cool it back down into the 80s with partly cloudy skies. Let's go back to Janelle.